welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you come back, and I'm also happy to see a couple new faces. If you're not already a part of our tight-knit community, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that ring bell notification so you'll always be notified as to when I upload a new video. Alright, so let's just jump into today's video. So today's video, it has to do with toxic people in our lives and how to deal with toxic people. I find that a lot of times we give people a pass for being toxic, whether they're our family or our close friends. And let me just say this, if you have a family member or close friend that is completely being a toxic person in your life and is causing unnecessary stress, unhappiness, anger, any type of emotion that's negative, and none of your interactions seem to be positive, I mean, that's what you would consider a toxic person. And I have a lot of toxic people in my life that I've been slowly weeding out to be able to say this person is causing me unwanted stress or anxiety or is having some negative effect on my health, so therefore I might need to move on and support and love that person from a distance. And I understand it's a really hard notion within the Hispanic community to be like, this family member is causing me issues, but everything that is culturally tied to me and what I've been raised with says I have to deal with family no matter what, because family is first. Family is blood. Family is everything. If you don't have family, you don't have anything. And in a lot of ways, that is true. However, what's the point of having family or friends that only cause you problems in the future, or who bring you stress or bring you anger or make you feel a certain way in a negative way? What's the point of having people like that around you, regardless of their family, when you can surround yourself with people who genuinely care and love you and support you with things that you do? I have so much experience with toxic people in my family and with my friends that I think I can speak on this topic in an extensive manner. So it's story time. I have a lot of examples, so bear with me. When I was 14 years old, I had an uncle tell me that I was never going to amount to anything. Out of all my dad's kids, I was going to be the one that did not amount to anything. Who tells a 14-year-old kid that, who is making their way into high school, who hasn't even really started any aspect of their life that's going to have some importance other than school? I kept my head in my books. I kept out of trouble. Even when I wasn't doing too good in school, I was always excelling in some other region. I was excelling in my studies. I was always that good kid, the trustworthy kid, the kid who always followed all the rules. Now, granted, when you head into your teenage years, that might decrease a little because you're trying to push boundaries, you're trying to understand who you are, you're trying to understand what you like. But who tells a 14-year-old kid that? What 14-year-old kid knows exactly what to do, what they want to do when they're 14? I think the ones that do are very special cases. I have a side of my family, for whatever reason, just can't tolerate me. When I graduated high school, I was asked if I wanted to have a graduation party. I explicitly said no 5 different times, and 3 of those times was done in front of my sister-in-law and my brother. And my thing was, I just want to graduate, get done with, and head off to college. I don't want to have this huge graduation party. I get anxiety with a lot of people around, regardless if they're family or not. I don't want to be pressured to feel like I have to entertain people at my party. I get a call from my brother, and he says, come down to our aunt's house. There's a graduation dinner for you. And I said, what? I specifically said I didn't want one. But, you know, I felt obligated to go because it was done for me. Aside from the fact that it was done for me and my graduation, I went to the house to find that the people who weren't at my graduation, who didn't even show up to the ceremony, were there. They were already eating. They had already been there for a couple of hours, and the graduation cake that they bought for me was already cut into. Yeah, apparently one of my uncles who didn't go to the ceremony and couldn't wait for me to get there to cut the cake, which is what you would traditionally do, have the person who had graduated cut their own graduation cake and hand out pieces, was already cut for me. I was so upset because the majority of the people who were there didn't even see me graduate, didn't even see me get my diploma. And then they have the audacity to say, this dinner is for you, which I didn't feel like it was for me because everybody had already eaten. I was the last one to show up, and the cake was already cut into. So I was pretty upset. I was actually infuriated because of the audacity. First, I tell you I don't want it. Then you do it regardless. Then I feel bad because I feel like I'm obligated to go. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this will actually be a good thing. it wasn't. Needless to say, the people who threw that party for me were upset because I didn't tell them thank you for it. I didn't show any type of gratitude. So that labeled me as ungrateful, and they were never going to do anything for me after that again. Which, at this point in time in my life, I think, thank God, because I did not need that type of stress, anxiety, and pettiness to be put on me, especially at a time where I didn't even know that I was struggling with chronic depression. I mean, that's the last thing that I needed. And it hurts me to have to say that with all these people, there is this rather large number of family that are my own that I don't associate with, because for whatever reason, they have decided that I was not worth their time, I was not worth their courtesy, I was not worth their love, and I was not worth their kindness or respect. And once I came to that realization that I would never reach that level of praise, that level of accomplishment in their eyes, when I knew that that was not going to happen, I wiped my hands from it and said, you know what? I don't need this in my life. If I'm going to reclassify these group of family who are wishing for nothing good to come out of my life, anybody who is not willing to love you for who you are, anybody who is not willing to support you in whatever journey you decide to take on, is not meant to be in your life. That just might be an insecurity that they have, that they don't want to see somebody that they're related to do more or go farther, or whatever else the cause may be. Whatever it is, it's just complete crap, and you should cut them out of your life, because they won't serve you. They won't support you. They won't do what you need them to do. They won't ever be there to help you. So you might as well just keep going without them and not pay very much attention to them and keep going about your life. I'm extremely lucky to have this close-knit, small circle of friends and family that I do, because those people truly love me. Those people truly support me, and they truly want to see me do good. I just want to say how appreciative I am. Sometimes blood doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to love you. Sometimes blood doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to support you. But you can always find people who will love and support you regardless if they're family or not. Sometimes they don't need to be family. Sometimes they need to be friends. Sometimes your friends can be your family. And it's so important to realize that if you can surround yourself with people who generally care about you and generally love you, you'll have everything that you need. So please keep in mind that during the holiday season, you're going to come across toxic people, whether they be your friends or they be your family or whatever they are. You have to realize that it's okay for them to be toxic, and it's okay for you to cut them out of your life. Just remember, treat everybody, at the end of the day, treat everybody, even those toxic people, treat them better than how they treated you, because at the end of the day, you are still better. You are rising to be the bigger person, and you realize that they may be suffering, that they may have their own struggles to deal with that's causing them to be such a terrible person, and that you realize that, and you're not going to let their pain cause other people pain, because that's what it does. Pain only causes more pain. When they go low, you go high. Remember that. I love that quote from Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. I hope that you guys get to spend time with the people that you love and love you back. Thank you for watching. So let me know what you think about this subject in the comment box below. Please follow me on my social media accounts. The link to those accounts will be provided in the description box below. Again, I'm ElenaVe, and remember, always leave things better than how you found it.